Alright, time to go out and do some disking. This is a disc. These blades right here are very sharp, and when this turns, it cuts the soil and makes it get a lot softer and finer and turns it more into powder almost. Hydraulics on the disc allow the wheel to go up or down to lift the disc. The blades on the disc cut into the soil and break up the dirt. This is called the fertilizer spreader. We got this spreader from a company in Watkins, a town nearby us, and what it does is it spreads fertilizer onto the ground. We normally don't spread fertilizer at all because we have manure. Potassium or phosphorus. See that stuff right there? Those are little chunks, granules of potassium and phosphorus, or phosphates. The way this machine works is a little bit comes out from here, goes on this conveyor belt, and falls down here. This spins around really fast, and as those little granules fall onto this spinning cone, it shoots out into the field. We won't do that right here because I don't need any of that on my lawn, but we'll do it once we get out in the field. Let's hook it up. The hydraulic hoses attached to the tractor right there. That hydraulic line is going to go back here and make this wheel touch this wheel. When this wheel touches this wheel, it turns. When this wheel turns, it turns this pulley, which ends up turning that pulley, which ends up turning that, which moves that out, which will end up turning this, which turns that. Actually, that doesn't turn that at all. What turns that is this power takeoff shaft. Whenever you're by a tractor that has a power takeoff shaft, this here that attaches to the back of the tractor can be very dangerous. You always have to stay away from any tractor that has a power takeoff shaft attached, especially if it's running, because it could hurt you.
Coming on!
the whole field, I think. And with what's left, I'm just gonna go put a little bit on a different field. It's pretty windy today. You can see our windmill blowing. Alright, Henry and I are out here, and we're going to do some cultivating, right Henry? We got the field cultivator hooked up now. Yep, we got the field cultivator hooked up here now, and we're ready to do some cultivating. Ready Henry? Okay, let's turn the tractor on here. Put it in gear. Are you holding on? Lower the field cultivator down here, raise the wheels a little bit. Alright, you hold on? Here we go. So the field cultivator is mixing in all of the fertilizer that we put on earlier today. It's turning the soil over, making so the soil goes, or the fertilizer goes into the ground. Okay, next thing that we're going to do is we're going to harrow. This is called a harrow rig. Lots of metal spines that stick down that are kind of on springs, and they, as the ground goes, it breaks them apart, smooths it out. Lots and lots of these little spines. And it goes on this harrow cart that pulls it behind the tractor. This is a grass seeder. Grass seeder uses the power takeoff shaft as well. You have to be careful with your because they can spin. They spin, and if they were to grab hold of your coat or your shirt, it would twist you around and really hurt you. So whenever you see a power takeoff shaft on a tractor, you have to stay away from it, especially if the tractor is on. This is where the seeds come out. They come out right here and fall down onto this plate. This plate spins, and when this plate spins, it shoots the seed really far out into the field and spreads it. So my job is just to drive back and forth in the field so we can spread our seed. It's pretty windy today. So what I did is I have a circle here that helps protect the seed. I don't know if you can see the seed in there. That's the grass seed. Grass seed is really light and fluffy. So if I had this top open here, my grass seed would just go flying wherever it wanted to. But I want to just plant it in the ground. So after we get done spreading the grass seed with the spreader here, what we'll do is we'll take the harrow, that's that over there, and we'll work it into the ground. When you're farming, it's really important when you're on the tractor to wear ear protection so you have good hearing. I like to listen to music when I farm, especially my iPod here. That's what I listen to. What do you listen to? Boxes. This is the corner planting. They're called rounds. They aren't flat like sometimes corn kernels you see. They're more of the ends. This little gear down here turns, and that's what allows the corn to fall out. This disc here makes a V in the ground, and then the corn falls out right down in here. Right down that chute. Falls into the ground. And then these wheels, they pack it so that the ground is flat. And I'm just checking to make sure that all of our wheels are engaged. We got corn in our bins. In the dirt, so I know where to follow. It's right here. See that ditch? Right there? That's the one the road does. So then I know where to drive for the next row. off the plant. So I'm going to lift that row marker up a little bit. We won't put it all the way down. It doesn't need to dig a hole. Now when I'm going this way, I have to have it so that the row marker trench there is just to the right of the smokestack there. Then the rows match up and we're pretty even. So you actually have to pay attention when you're planting corn. Or soybeans, it's the same. Now some big farmers, they have something called GPS hooked up to their tractor, so it steers for them. So they're always going where they're supposed to be. But I don't have that. I think we have to stop now. So I'm going to lower the planter now. And this arm marker will go, row marker will go down. And that's going to dig the trench for when I go the other direction. Some farmers have monitors to see if their corn is coming out of their planter. I do have a monitor, but we don't hook it up because it's just as easy to stop every now and then and dig down and see if there's a corn kernel or not. All right, grow, little kernel.